So this guy is filled right up. The last mark on that pot is 14 liters, so this is getting close to 15 liter. You see, let's see for scale. There's my thing there, or better yet, there's my arm for scale. So that's about 15 liters right there, and down here we still got about 1/3 of a box left, I would say. So that means 1/6 of my total, which means my total, well, we'll see what we get in the end. I won't even bother trying to estimate. But I'm going to need my other pot. This is my other next biggest pot. It's about 11 liters. And I've been using it for putting the tomatoes in, dunking them in the hot water, but it looks like I'm going to have to get another pot for the dunking and use this one for boiling more tomatoes. Alright, I got the two of them filled up now. Everything's gone. Just cook them long enough to make everything tender. This one should everything be tender already. This one not so much because it's the second one to go. And you just want it to cook it long enough for everything to be tender. This is just for making stewed tomatoes that I'm going to can up. So while this is cooking, while this is getting tender, I am going to put my mason jars in the dishwasher. Oh, forgot to mention, here's the waste. That's quite a bit, you can see. The depth of my fingers, so about 2 inches deep there. Quite a bit of juice. If I want it to be really frugal, I'd get out my little fruit press and I'd run this through it. I'd strain it first and then press out all the husks, all the skins, and just get what I can out of it in terms of juice, and just drink it or whatever, you know. Probably 1 liter or 2 of tomato juice in there. And if I really want it to be frugal, I'd do that. I'm still undecided. It depends on how the rest of this goes. I'm undecided on whether or not I'll do that. Okay, my wife actually wanted some of the moisture boiled out of here, some of the water, so I'm reducing it a little bit, although I'm trying to keep it in good sized chunks. She wants it to stay kind of chunky too. So what we have here is, I've got my jars in the dishwasher. They're all clean now, so ready to roll as far as this goes. And I'm going to start filling some jars here. I got my canner on the floor with the trivet in the bottom. You gotta have a trivet. And I'm just going to fill a jar, put it in the canner, and keep doing that. I can do 2 layers in there until that's filled up, and we'll see where we are after that. Alright, here we go. Basically, that's all we're doing. A few jars ready. Normally that's what I do. Some lids out of the dishwasher. The rings are right there. So let's, whoops, that's hot, of course. That's about your fill level. Now you got to make sure that rim is good and clean. Good and clean. That's kind of uneven. I think I'll be better off with that. So rim good and clean, good and clean. The books say to use a cloth. I find it better to use my finger. That way you can feel if there's a nick in the lid of the jar or anything like that, and you can still get it good and clean. A little bit better to use your finger, I find. So, let's see. Get down on there. There. Oh my gosh, that's hot. That's why humans invented these. Alright, there's one jar. And we'll just keep going with that. Alrighty. Don my glove again. Move my funnel. And get the rim nice and clean. No obstructions. One lid. One ring. And into the thing. So I got 17 jars right now of the 500 ml, or 450 actually, 1 pint. And the level in my kettle, this kettle has markings on it, there's about 6 liters left there, so I'll get about another 14 jars. 17 plus 14, 31 roughly, is what I'm going to get out of this 40 pounds of tomatoes. 5 more jars there, and 9 more there. Exactly 14 as I estimated. There's actually another half a jar in the fridge that I just tossed in there, and I'm going to eat like that tomorrow. So this is just about ready to put the cap on it. It's steaming well. I'm going to have to process these and then process another batch with the remaining 14 jars.